A lot of people are toxic, but every single person isn't. All right. Know that there are people just like you looking for people just like you. And you will find the other when you adjust your frequency, because your frequency is what you will frequently see. And here is how you can simply test this yourself. If you're watching this video or listening to this audio, then you most likely experienced a very toxic relationship. And this is the narcissistic entanglement, where these people were trying to cut you at your knees. They were attacking you at your core because it is spiritual warfare. They were trying to control you, to manipulate you. And control and manipulation, lies and gaslighting are all low frequencies. Because a pathological narcissist, people, is demonic energy. It's evil. It is that which is against the living. It is the antithesis of life. Because if you are life, force, energy, then the pathological narcissist represents death. It is the spirit of the dead, the walking dead, the undead. They are wiped out at their core, which is why they try to wipe you out at your core. Understand the message. Pathological narcissism is a low vibration spirit. It is evil. EVIL, the antithesis of the living. You cannot grow with a pathological narcissist. You cannot grow with destructive energy. And that is why that relationship had to fail, whether it was a couple of months or 1 year or 5 years or 10 years or 50 years. It had to fail because it's destructive energy. Life is spiritual. And we are spirit beings having a physical experience. Hence, your awakening, this newfound awareness, means that you must discern the spirits around you. Discern the spirits around you. What frequency is that spirit operating at? Because when our vibrations were too low, that is when the toxic person came in. And we then attracted at our frequency, because this universe runs on frequency. It runs on energy. It runs on energy, and energy operates at frequencies. Because people, if we were entangled with a pathological narcissist, and narcissists are shame-based people that cannot move past their pride, and pride comes right before the fall. They fall right back down to shame. And they exist in victim abuser consciousness. Well, if they were the abuser and we were the victim, both of us were in the same dimension when we were in that entanglement. They were in the red zone and we were in the orange zone. Low vibrations. And they drained us of our energy, yes, but in the entanglement. Our frequencies were too close. And this is why when you woke up, when you walked away, when you broke out of hell, when you broke out of this suffering state of consciousness, you had to reach very high. You had to reach for a high vibration. You had to get the courage to get the out of Dodge. You had to get the courage to walk away, because courage marks the line for transformation. When you get to the line of courage is when you enter flow, when you enter the fourth dimension or higher. That's the doorway, that's the portal, that's the gate. Because when you walked away and you stood in your truth, the narcissist had to run away. Because vampires cannot step into the light. They will explode. And narcissists are creatures of the dark. They are creatures of the death realm, grim reaper spirits, demonic energy. And your light had the ability to dispel that dark energy. But you had to raise your vibration. Life is spiritual. Spirit is energy. Spirit is energy. People, understand that you are attracting at a particular frequency. Hence, raise your vibrations high. Raise your vibrations high, because when your vibration is high, you will not be attracting and accepting pathological narcissists and Sally the sociopath and Henrietta histrionic and Bob the borderline. You find toxic personalities at the bottom of the consciousness ladder. That is why you have no business in hell. You find the gaslighters in hell, the triangulators in hell. You find suffering in hell. Suffering is a low vibration. Suffering is a low state of consciousness, and that is the state that we broke out of. That is the state that we awakened to. Again, pathological narcissism is a spirit, and the spirit ranges from shame to dysfunctional pride. Pride comes right before the fall. They fall right back down to shame. Hence, people, take a very good look around you. Because understand that when you wake up, everybody around you may not be at your level of consciousness. And that is why you must discern the spirits around you. Discern the spirits. Are they toxic or are they healthy? Are they stuck at the bottom of the consciousness ladder or are they heading towards the top? Because you want to commune with those that are at a similar frequency as you. Otherwise, if you lower your standards, you already know what's going to happen. Eventually, they're going to smear your name and disrespect you and try to get you to chase them. Because you have been dealing with someone that is still trapped in their ego, but you just had an ego death. You just had a spiritual awakening. You can control your ego. You can control your shadow, but for them, they still have not learned that. They still have not gone through their metamorphosis. They haven't went through their dark night of the soul. They still haven't woken up, and you're there talking to someone that's stuck in the matrix. So people, understand that the matrix is all around you. The matrix is all around you. You just have to be aware. Because you are awareness itself.